Facebook, it's your friendly nosy neighbors, Jessica Cardin.
And Jeremy Manwaring.
And thanks for joining us today for another episode of We Love Local Businesses with the Nosy Neighbors.
Oh yeah, here we are on...
this is Broadway. Jeremy's new to Idaho Falls. So Broadway.
Well, we parked in the back because there's nowhere to park up here, and this is Broadway.
This is Broadway.
But look at how close the Museum of Idaho is.
Yep.
Right there.
That
Chesbro's been here forever.
This is
Dave's Bike Shop's next door.
Shadow Domain, which was one of our most popular videos.
Oh yeah,
people love it. We are right in the heart of downtown Idaho Falls.
This is it.
So this is a great place, and I almost want to call this Artist Row because the auditorium is here, and you've got music, and you've got, lots of cool stuff. Artist Row.
Amazing.
Really unique things. By the way, if you love local businesses like we love local businesses.
Like we do.
Please like and follow our page, and please frequent the businesses. We have the most amazing businesses here in Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And if you love real estate, like we love real estate, if you don't know, we are a real estate team, Murdoch Manwaring Company, and how we pay for this, because we don't charge to do these nosy neighbors, is we sell homes. If we can help you sell a home, please give us a call. The market's crazy. You really need help right now.
And if you're moving into the area, you need good professionals. So give us a call.
So aggressive right now. Yeah. You're going to need someone that knows what they're doing. So please give us a call. And head over and like and follow our page. We have a fun contest coming up. Check it out.
Okay.
All right. So today we are again on Broadway. We are at Possibly Picasso. Now, I didn't know what this was. I had no idea, but we're on Artist Row here. But I thought maybe it was a kid's store, but I think there's some really cool things that you're going to enjoy in here.
It leaves some room for you to have fun because you're only possibly Picasso. You're not really Picasso every time.
You could possibly
So
be.
when you paint something and it doesn't look that great, you're just possibly
Picasso.
So I like that.
I like that too. Let's go in and check it out.
Let's do it.
Now, Jeremy, you said your family has been here.
Oh yeah, I was going to share that when we get in here.
I won't. Then let me not rain on your parade. Well, hi guys. So we're the nosy neighbors, wondering if we can ask some questions about Possibly Picasso.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Come on in.
Fantastic. Tell us who you guys are.
Sure. So we're a Possibly Picasso. We're a paint your own pottery studio.
Wait. Who are you guys?
Oh, who are we? Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Josh, and this is my wife, Mary.
Yeah, Josh and
Mary.
Oh, wonderful. And you guys are the owners?
Yes.
We are the owners.
All right. Josh and Mary. Now, what is Possibly Picasso?
So Possibly Picasso is a paint your own pottery studio. We have a large variety of ceramics to come to choose from that you can come paint.
This is kind of a different approach to where you're coming in and you're actually just picking a piece that's ready to be painted. So you kind of bypass and fast track through the stages of molding and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. So we don't do the wheel and all that kind of fun stuff.
Which is why it's possible, because I have none of those skills.
Yes, yeah. So the goal
I am a paint by number gal.
Yeah. So the goal is to make it as easy and approachable for the person who's never touched a paintbrush and never painted a thing to be able to come in and create something and be like, oh my goodness, I just accomplished that. And at the same time, make a story and a memory about that. And that piece kind of lives on in your shelves or wherever, and later on 50 years from now you see it on your grandma's shelf and you're like, I painted that.
It's so true. So every birthday party my kids want to come here.
Yes.
And they have them all over the place in their bedrooms.
Yeah.
And they look professionally done because you guys put, when you fire it, it gets glossy and it looks really,
so it's a whole
neat.
extra stage that Josh does.
Yeah. All right, well, before we begin, because this is exciting, tell us the hours, how much this costs, and who can come here.
Okay.
Sure. So we are open Monday through Friday from noon to 8 p.m. and on Saturdays from 10 to 8 p.m. On Mondays, we do half-price studio fees as well.
What does that mean?
So our studio fee is a cost that covers the paint supplies and the firing of your piece when you come in. Okay. So other than that, it's just the cost of the pottery, and we have a large variety of different pieces that range anywhere from $4 to $70, just depending upon the piece.
Oh, so almost anything. Like if you want to do something inexpensive, but you can do something amazing either way.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
So in that, okay. I have a lot of questions.
We have something for everybody.
I have so many questions. Do you have to make a reservation, or can you walk in?
Sure, so we do work on a walk-in basis. If you are going to have a larger group, anything more than 6, we do ask that you call ahead so that we can have a larger table set up for your group.
Gotcha. So we can keep you guys together so you guys can all have some elbow room and paint.
And we don't have to bring anything.
Nope, don't have to bring anything, and you don't even have to bring a creative side because we have a lot of pre-done painted pottery pieces that will
That we
kind
could just follow?
inspire you. And the beauty, and the beauty and the difference from ours, from some of the other places you've gone to go paint, is that we have a lot of figurines and things that are easy to look at and be like, okay, I have an idea of what a mermaid looks like, versus a, just a basic mug where you're like, ooh, what do I want this mug to be? And so that's the kind of beginner funness about Possibly Picasso, is because there's something for everybody in that realm. And so little kids, 3-year-olds, they can come in and they'd be like, oh, I know what Dora looks like, and so I can paint a Dora. You know what I mean? So it kind of like is a good gateway into painting and crafting. Otherwise, we can help you find things on Pinterest or guide you or anything like that. So you don't have to be creative, because a lot of people are like, I'm not creative, I don't want to go in. And it's like, okay, no.
There's something that can cover all of us.
And the other thing I would say is this is for guys too. I mean,
when you say it's for guys, show us something when you say it's for guys.
So you would be surprised too how many guys come in and think they won't like it. And they absolutely love it in their regulars.
It's the best thing.
So we have all sorts of cool stuff from skull mugs
that is awesome.
to football plates that you can kind of paint. We have football and basketball banks over here. We've got all sorts of cool stuff.
This one has like an octopus. Oh, that is sweet.
This one here is one of my favorites as well. It's a bearded Stein.
No,
why would that be your
Love
favorite?
this guy.
Did you paint that?
So believe it or not,
You
we
look
actually
pretty artsy.
Thank you. That was actually one we had one of our customers paint
That
for
is
us a while back, but
amazing.
most of our displays were painted by our family.
I think of this right here, and the first thing I think of is we're about to hit the Super Bowl. If you are passionate about your team and this is your year, who do we know who's in the Super Bowl? The Buccaneers and the
it might be the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs. I didn't even know to plug that, and look at that. If this year was your year of memory, you might want to do it. What a great thing. That'd be great for your man room. The 2020 Super Bowl memorabilia plate that you painted with your own
Look at that
heart.
chip and dip bowl over here.
Oh yeah, that one. And then we have other, you can use handprints too. That one's kind of hard to see because of the white, but you can do handprints for angels. And we have a bunch of other ideas to capture handprints for grandma platters and dad platters and all sorts of different kinds of platters. So it's good to capture a handprint as well.
I love the styling. I mean, that's a great thing. If your family was coming in and you're like, okay, what am I going to do there?
I know.
And you walk away with your favorite football stein or your plate, your chips. Oh, fun.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's so much fun.
And if you get stumped, you just grab a holiday, right? What's your favorite holiday?
I think the only thing that is troublesome for people is when they come in is to decide on a piece. I think that's the biggest.
Well, I'm right now going, I would like to do that.
You end up with a laundry list. You're like, okay, I'll do that today, but then I'll do this one another day. So it becomes a habit very quickly, which is awesome, and we love to be.
So I was looking at this little child's tea set, and I thought to myself, if you were coming in for a little girl's birthday party and all the people that were with them painted them a different thing, and the little girl walked away with the tea set painted by her. So fun. Oh,
and we also do a personalized birthday plate. So let's see, there's a birthday plate down this way.
Don't have a Deadpool plate. I mean, there it is for the guys right there.
I'm obsessed with Deadpool.
We even have a Deadpool pig.
Oh my word, that's awesome.
Whoa, look at that guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I haven't even seen that one yet. See, there's so much I haven't even seen yet. So we do a personalized birthday plate for when you do birthday parties, or even when you don't even have to do a birthday party. You can just say, hey, can you paint me a plate for my anyone from a kiddo even to older people, whoever wants a birthday plate. But we'll capture it, and then that way they'll be able to have that birthday plate, as a memory.
Well, and I love this, thinking about when you're designing like a room or something and you want to look for a vase. What if you were able to customize the colors you want, or your little kid's room? This would be so cute.
We have
if you're putting a theme together.
We have quite a few families that will actually, they'll come in and they'll start working on pieces for their dishware because they want a certain theme, or, so there was one that was coming in and they were doing a lot of Southwestern themed, pieces for dinnerware and flatware and all that kind of good stuff.
And we also had another gentleman that came in and painted an entire Parks and Rec collection.
No.
Oh yes, every character.
There was a big Sweetums dinner plate, a pink one with the bubble gum and all the things.
Oh my word. Well, and I look at this, like airplanes and cars. And trucks.
Oh,
look
yes.
at piggy
Oh, yes.
banks that are
We've
all
even got
sorts
these really
of
cool
shapes.
grilling plates here.
Oh,
These ones are
what a fun dad.
These are brand new.
A Father's Day gift if the kids painted a.
Yeah. The cool part about this is, again, you can kind of look at it and kind of figure out what you want it to look like. You just have to pick out, what color this would be and what kind of wood. So, it kind of gives you training wheels for the creative process, if you will. So it's not
So smart.
so intimidating, because I know it can be intimidating.
And I love this. Like, if you don't know what these are ring plates. And how fun to have that personalized, and that's something useful.
Yep.
I was thinking when I was seeing the piggy banks, imagine if you're trying to teach one of your kids, this is the time to start to begin to save and understand that, but they gotta paint their piggy bank and make it so exciting to put their stuff in there.
Yes.
Oh my word, it's amazing.
Endless, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So-
dinosaurs.
We
Yep.
come in,
Okay.
we grab a seat. What is the process? Because
That's a good question.
When
Yeah.
it ends like this and it looks like I bought it at the store, but I painted that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Sure. So pretty much
Can you do this in one sitting?
Oh, most people can do it in one sitting, but if you can't finish it in a sitting, we do allow you to come back and work on it an additional time. We'll send you home with your
The
piece.
remedial artists. I'm not going to point any fingers.
Or the perfectionist.
Like
Ah.
no
Yeah.
way
A lot of times the
Picasso.
perfection.
No way,
Yeah.
Picasso
Yeah.
is a little bit more.
Well,
my
and sometimes it's date night, and you got here a little late and you just didn't give yourself enough time to finish. So we'll send you home with that piece in a pass to come back another time and finish it on us as well.
Yeah,
So-
or your kids start getting kind of rowdy and they're like, oh, yeah, Mama
Yeah.
wants to come back for Mama time. So we'll
Yeah, that
leave
makes
them with
sense.
Grandma next time. For
Okay,
a few
walk us
minutes.
through the. I interrupted Jeremy's
Sure,
because
no
his was
problem.
wrong.
Yeah,
Walk
I
us through
So
the process.
pretty much when you come in our studio, we'll go ahead and greet you. We'll explain how things work, what our studio fee is, our price points, and then we'll have you look around, select a piece, and then once you grab it, you're going to sit at a table. We'll come grab you at that point, and we're going to walk you over to our paints over here.
Whoa, look at all those.
This is the part that's intimidating to me because
Yeah,
I'm
And
so
we've got lots of colors,
I'm
lots and
so
lots of
not
colors.
good at that stuff.
So,
Colors?
so once you go ahead and grab that piece, we're going to come over here and we're going to explain to you guys how everything works. So we're going to explain to you how all our paints work, what the colors are going to look like after they're fired. We have tiles above the bottles that are going to show you that as well. Like the darker part of that tile is put on with 3 to 4 coats of paint. So a lot of people don't understand that they don't just paint over it once. You have to paint over it multiple times to get those solid colors. But the cool part about that is as well, you can kind of paint like they're working with watercolors as well, because those coats go on so thin sometimes that you
So
can
is this
have the
acrylic,
transparency.
or is it
it's actually a
something?
completely different type of paint. So these are glazes. They're completely separate from acrylic paints. So
So don't
acrylic
come in
paints-
expecting if you've toll painted back when you were 12 years old. This is not the same.
Well,
it's-
and this is
it's a
even
little
better
different.
because it is completely washable out of your clothes. Kids, they can suck on a paintbrush. It's non-toxic.
Not recommended.
Yeah, not recommended.
But
But if it
okay.
happens, it's not going to be any trips to the emergency room or anything like that.
Oh.
And everything is food safe, dishwasher safe, and can go in the oven and microwave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But go ahead about the paints. Otherwise,
Oh,
sorry.
sure. So, yeah, and then after that, we're just going to explain how these work for you, and then we'll explain where all our supplies are for you. We've got paintbrushes and stencils and sponges and all sorts of other supplies, some tape and stuff like that to give you designs. We've got some cool scraping tools to clean up your lines. We also have some different techniques that if you come in and ask that we can explain and show you how to paint with some bubbles to create some different cool patterns and stuff as well.
So if you're coming in this, you guys will help if they have a vision. We've got stencils, so we don't have to try to draw the lines. If we're not you, we've got a few things
Oh,
to go.
exactly. And if there's something super particular that you want or something like that, you can actually send it to us through an email, and we'll print it up for you, and we'll slap some carbon paper on the back of it, and you can just go ahead and trace it right on. And once you do that, it's
So
just
if
like
you
a
want a
coloring
Kansas
book.
City Chiefs logo and you want it to look right,
Yeah.
you can say, hey, this is what I want to put on there, and you guys will help make sure that.
Or
that
if you own
happens.
your own business and you want a vase or something that
company
has
logo.
your company logo on it, we can print out your logo and then we can put it on the vase, and you can have your own,
So
personalized.
I'm seeing a team building.
And actually,
activity
believe it
coming
or
up.
yeah.
not, we do have a piece
Yeah,
that's here right now that one of our customers is painting for his business.
Oh, yes.
If you guys would like to see it, it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
It's the before stage too, before it's fired.
That's cool.
There's so many cool things.
What happens if I'm not that great of a painter and I make a big mistake? Is there a way to get the paint off of where I went out of the lines or something?
Sure. So if you do paint something and you did make a mistake, they are water-based at this point, so we do have some sponges where you can kind of lightly just kind of get that sponge wet, wring it out, and wipe that paint off and kind of start back over.
Perfect.
Nice.
So like we have these cool bowls. So see, we have one here from the Skidmore company.
Oh,
They came in
Has
and
Brett
painted this
Skidmore
awesome.
been in here painting his life away?
This one was actually done by Randy Skidmore.
Oh,
so-
good for him.
Yeah, but they're putting these together for the parade of homes that's coming to town
Love
for their
that.
houses. So they're going to put some
That's
cookies
cool.
and some stuff in there. And this is kind of what it looks like before it's fired. And believe it or not, I think he has one up in our front window that is finished.
Oh, so
we
you
can
guys
kinda-
printed that on there so he can,
Then you
Yep.
still have
So
to
he
paint
could put
it.
his own logo on there.
That's cool.
Awesome.
oh,
and so this
look
is what it's
how
going to look like after
amazing it
it's fired.
looks.
So they really pop and brighten up
glossy.
quite a
Yes.
bit too. So.
So when you say fired, tell me what that means. How does that work?
So when I say fired, what that means is we're gonna bake them in our kiln. So a kiln's kind of like a big oven that we cook the pottery in. So it has to be set kind of at a certain temperature that gradually increases over some time, and then once it's finished firing, it cools off and gradually decreases that temperature as well.
Tell them how hot it goes.
They get up to almost 1900 degrees, so
Holy
about 5 times as
shnikes.
hot as your oven at home. And these are
So
low
that's
fire,
why
so-
all of this stuff can go in the oven, because it's already been in the oven.
Correct. Yeah.
Ceramic holds actually higher heat than metal does. So a lot of times that's why they use ceramic for a lot of ovens and stuff, because it goes higher than what metal can. So, and even some of your stoneware that you use at home. So this is like stoneware.
Wow.
Would you guys like to see what a kiln looks like?
Yes!
Sure, if you guys want, we can just go ahead and walk to the back and we can kind of
Yes.
show you where all the fun stuff
A
happens.
Can we
sneak
throw a
peek.
pizza in there too or something?
Yeah, can we pee? Oh, if
It
you
might
wanted to
burn
paint
your
your own
pizza.
dog
It'll
bowl.
burn it.
If you want to do a
Oh,
dog
that
bowl.
is.
Yeah, we have lots for the dog lover, for pet lovers.
Oh, we have a lot of dog lovers in Idaho.
Yes.
People love, we've
Yes,
done a
yes,
few
we do.
dog
Pet
things
lovers
and
here.
love
Yes.
that idea.
That's cool.
If you're a pet lover, come in and make your own pet dish.
Yes.
We just had someone do some Harry Potter themed pet bowls because they named their dogs after Harry Potter characters.
So I want to
Yeah,
mention as we
super
walk
cute.
back here, we actually parked in the back. A lot of people wonder where the parking is.
Yes, so we do have all-day parking right behind our store, and you guys are always welcome to use that back entrance. Nice, large, big parking lot back there. It's free to the public. The first 2 rows are 2-hour parking, but as long as you move your car after 2 hours, they don't have any issues with you staying there. so.
Speaking of that, how long are you usually going to be here to do a project?
So we do recommend about 2 hours, depending upon how detailed you get. It could take you a little bit longer, and some of the smaller projects you could do them a little bit quicker as well. But we
Got
do
it.
ask that when you come in, you try and give yourself at least 2 hours.
Got it. Makes sense.
Yeah. So.
It's a fun evening.
Oh yeah. So we do all our firing in this back room here.
Wow.
I was expecting to. This is not what I was expecting. That's very high tech.
Oh yeah. So these are
Holy
what our
cow.
kilns look like. This is
I was
this
thinking
is
of
where the magic happens.
a brick pizza oven is kind of what I was expecting.
So no.
That's what I was.
So
that's
yeah,
what I was
once you guys paint all your stuff, we dip it in a clear glaze, and then it dries. And after that, we load them in these kilns. These kilns are like our ovens. This is the biggest tool that we use to make your projects look beautiful.
Wow.
So more or less, what it is it's just a giant oven that's kind of created with fire brick. So it has a bunch of fire brick that's in there that gets heated up. There's a coil that runs in between that, and it just gradually increases the heat up until it gets to that point where it hits the temperature it needs to hit, and then it holds for a little bit. And
And
then
so that
shuts
doesn't
off.
melt the paint or the glaze or the.
Well, it actually does melt the paint. That's what it's doing. So in those glazes, you have silica sand. So it reacts in kind of that chemical reaction that takes place when it's fired in the kiln when it gets so hot. Creates like that glass-like finish. So
And
those
the-
glazes you're painting with are more like almost like a glass finish that goes on the pottery.
Well, and the bisques are porous, so that last stage
The
of
what?
okay, so that's what we call fancy word for the statues, the ceramics you're painting. We call it bisque. So the bisque is porous like a sponge, and the glaze, so it kind of adheres to each other. So that's why the firing process is so important. And that's why we can wash it off before you fire it, and then after you fire it, it's not going to wash off because it just melted into those little
Like
cracks and
welding,
crevices.
artistry
Yes.
welding.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So believe it or not, we actually just finished fire and something that's going to be coming unloaded today too. So this
no
kiln
kidding.
here is completely full, so we can go
Dun,
and hide and
dun,
open it up,
dun.
and you'll see
Right?
kind
Oh my
of what it looks like when they're all finished.
Again, not what I was expecting.
So everything sits in here on stilts too, so you can paint the bottoms, seals the whole piece in.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense because
And we just layer the shelves in there until we get it all complete. So we can pretty much fit an entire day's worth of projects in our kiln all at once.
Because you can stack them up, whatever they. Wow.
But it does take a certain level of expertise to fit in and prejudge what's going to fit where, square footage wise, and how things are going to not tip over
and not
or
touch each other, probably.
Yep, and how many
definitely.
stilts they need to be on to be nice and supported. So Josh has really mastered the art of utilizing as much space as possible and making sure that the pieces come in as unharmed as possible.
So how long? How long does this take?
Sure. So when these are in here, they actually bake in here for about 7.5 hours. So 6 to 8 hours is what's recommended. We try and kind of push towards the ender part of that time. The slower you allow that heat to heat up, the more shiny the product comes out afterwards as well. So we've kind of tooled around with it a little bit just to try and get it where we think it looks the best. And so that's where we fire it at. But then after that, it has to cool off. So it takes another additional 14 to 16 hours to cool off in the kiln before we can actually unload them. So
then after you paint, you come back, I'm assuming.
yeah,
then.
so our turnaround's 3 to 7 days after you paint. So if you painted something on a Monday, the earliest it'd probably be ready would be like a Thursday.
So you got to keep that in mind if you're painting a gift or something like that.
Exactly. Give yourself a week just to be on the safe side. Sometimes when we get busier, it takes a couple more days.
Oh,
So.
wow.
But we do, we have tourists or visitors, a lot of time at Christmas, we have people come in and visit from other places, and they're leaving out of town. And so Josh is really good about, when he gets the piece out, with a little bit of extra shipping, he'll get that piece shipped out to you. So you don't have to feel like you have to leave it behind. This can be for those visitors or for, an in-law or somebody that's just hanging out with you.
This seems like such a fun evening because there's a lot of chatting. Probably you get to spend a lot. So come back. So as you guys are looking at this, is this? So if you come in, you can accommodate a larger group. You'll put a table together.
Yep.
But is it okay with COVID and everything? Everybody can come in. Nobody has any restrictions. Like you're saying, we only have 20 people. Otherwise, we turn you away.
So we do have some restrictions right now with the
way.
COVID going on.
Yeah.
We are limiting our people to no more than 50 people right now in the studio at a time.
Okay.
And groups of 10 people or less. So if you have a group larger than 10, we're just going to break your group up into sections that are 10 people or less.
So in that case, should they call ahead, or is walk-in still seem okay?
Walk-ins are still great. Anytime that you're going to have a group that's larger than 6, we do request that you call ahead.
Gotcha.
And that way we'll set it up. And we do have our tables, since we do have this nice big space, they're spaced out within 6 foot of each other. So when you are sitting down, you're not sitting there hovering over top of another person while you're in here as well.
So
and
awesome.
we
So
clean
cool.
quickly and over, and we help do the paints if you need to and things like that to try and keep it as clean as possible.
Yep.
We also do rent out for that private group. So if you want to come
Ooh,
to
that
the
was
private
a
group,
question.
yeah, and don't want to be around the public, or maybe it's later on a Saturday night and you want to do a girls group, or and you want to start at 8:30, 9, whatever. We will hold private events as well. So we're happy
how much does that cost? Okay, so I'm thinking this would be an amazing corporate.
Yeah.
You have your employees, especially if it gives them something to do while you want to talk or do.
Oh, yes.
Awesome
Yes.
idea. How much
Yes.
would that cost if you wanted to have the place and have a corporate, let's say 11 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure. So when it comes to that, that's something you're just going to want to call ahead.
Okay.
Call and talk to us, and we're going to work something out with you. Since our price of pottery ranges dramatically depending upon the type of piece and stuff like that, a lot of times we can work something out within your budget. So you kind of let us know what your budget is, and a lot of times we can work something out with that budget for you.
Yeah.
Love
And you
that
guys
idea.
have been here for a few years, right?
Yep, we're going on our 6th year here now, so we've been
6
in downtown
years.
Idaho Falls for 6
Wow.
years now.
That
so.
Is this your
Great.
only location?
Right now, this is our only location. We were actually getting ready to open another studio right before COVID hit.
Thanks,
But then we had to
COVID.
shut down for a couple
Yeah.
months, and that didn't happen. But we have it back in the works again, so we are going to be opening a studio summer 2021 in Ammon. So
Oh, wow.
So
Stuff
your
from
same
Cabela's.
thing?
We are really excited, actually. We are over the moon. We're kind of, at the beginning works, you're a little nervous with some of how it works out and the planning and the details, but we are so excited to bring this over to Ammon, because we know that Ammonites, don't love to come downtown sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's such a long drive.
travel, and
I mean, that 10
yeah,
minutes.
it's so long. And,
So long.
downtown's very intimidating, one-way streets, and, where are we going to park? And I
Yeah.
totally get it. I work with a lot of people from Ammon, and we know how many people love that area. And so, we're opening another location just for Ammonites and anyone else who's, hanging around down by Hobby Lobby. We'll be down that way.
Wow. So you're
yeah.
going to maintain this
Yeah.
property and that one.
Yes, yeah.
locations.
We have found that people have fallen in love with us so much, and we have so many people coming in recurrently, and then new people. There are so many people that don't know that we exist, which is fine. You know, we love for us to be more word of mouth and for people to come in and fall in love with us. And so, so we're excited to open up another location for everybody to fall in love with and to better accommodate everybody.
Awesome.
And Idaho Falls area is growing so much,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yes.
moving here right
Yes.
now, and
Yes.
they're coming from a lot of places, from bigger cities and stuff like that had stuff like this there before.
true.
So they're looking for it when
Yeah.
they come here as well. So
Well, I mean, you guys,
We're just trying to
I'm
accommodate them.
ashamed. I didn't know how cool this was. I am ashamed. In my mind, I thought it was painting.
Right.
And like for someone who was going in to want to paint, and this is amazing.
It is
It's
cool.
new. It's a newer thing for Idaho. When we first moved up to Idaho Falls, that's part of the reason why we opened it. It's because we had never seen anything like this up here, and I fell in love with it down in Arizona when I was, 20 years ago. Started doing painting pottery my own self from. Yeah, and so when we moved up here, we're like, oh, this place needs it. This place needs it. And so slowly we've brought it to people and showed people, and it's once they first just kind of step in the doors, their minds are open and they are just in it. It's so much fun. They
It
bring
seems
the
a
people
little
they
addictive.
love.
Like
It
I
is.
want to do
It
this
can
next
definitely
time
be
and this
addictive,
next
yeah.
time.
Yes.
And it's very therapeutic too.
Oh.
You'd be surprised when you sit down how relaxed you can get and just kind of sit down, and you had that busy crazy week and you come in on Saturday, and even if we're busy in here, you'd be surprised when you're sitting down there just starting to paint how everything just kind of starts to relax, and everything, all those worries start to go away, and you just sit there in
It's
the
good
moment and
therapy.
enjoy what you're doing.
Stay in the moment.
We
That's
actually
great.
even cater to people who love to be addicted to us because we love it that people come in a lot.
Yes.
And so we actually have a special pass. It's called the Picasso Pass. And so because we want to make this as affordable and easy for big, large families that want to just have something different and enjoy something. I mean, it's a special occasion sometimes too, but we don't want you to have to wait for that special occasion. So we have a Picasso Pass, and so basically it's
So it's 10 studio fees for $45. So normally our studio fee is $9 for adults and $7 for kids 12 and younger. So we do offer this punch card here if you have larger groups or if you're one of our regulars that comes in more often. So instead of paying that $9 every time or that $7 for your kids, it's just $45, which ends up being pretty much half price on the studio
So
fees.
if you get a punch pass, if you have 10 people, can that punch pass work for each person, or is it one person 10
Exactly.
times?
So there's no restrictions on it. So one person can use it, or you can use it for your whole group. So if you come in by yourself a lot, you're welcome to. And if you bring a friend, you can use it for your friend as well.
Yeah, we're pretty generous with however it works better for our customers. We love our customers and we want them to have the best experience. So we generally cater a lot to trying to make it as good of experience, as an affordable experience. We want everybody to fall in love with it like we did. And so that's our goal.
Well, I think about it, a lot of people have been indoors through COVID. A lot of people have been alone. If you were someone who wanted to find, this would be a great place. And I almost think of the therapy of putting the things in it, and it's off and it's gone, and you get to be somewhere where there's other people, but do something really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
have
looks
good
cool.
music
Looks like
playing, and
professional.
it's a really light, fun atmosphere. We're very chatty. You can chat with us, or you can chat with amongst yourself. Where our customers are very friendly. You'll notice some days our customers will visit other tables and help you out, or if you need help out, or if you need that last black paint that someone has, they're very friendly and accommodating. So if you just ask your neighbor, hey, how'd you do that? Or where'd you find that? Or things like that. It's pretty awesome.
And we always keep such a relaxed environment. We always have music playing as well. I can't tell you how many times we've got compliments over our playlist as well.
Note
You
to
had to
self.
share
It
the
changes
spot.
a lot.
I guess
Music
a lot of
playlist.
people listen to the same music I listen to.
Well, you guys, this is amazing. Did we
So
miss
cool.
anything about Possibly Picasso that everybody needs to know besides get your tail down here?
Yes, and we're coming big to Ammon.
Yes.
Hold on,
Oh,
we'll be
so
we'll be
exciting.
Do
coming
you have
down
an
there.
exact location that you can share?
Yeah.
Sure. So we're actually going to be right across from the Cabela's there on Hit and 17th,
Oh,
or I'm
awesome.
sorry, Hit and Sunnyside.
Yes.
So we're going to be in the same complex as Sushi Time.
Oh,
and
Oh,
Idaho,
wonderful.
Right
The
next-
B,
in there
B
as well.
time, there's
Yeah.
a pediatrics there, and there's the little gym.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Yep.
we'll be exactly
Washington,
like
Right next to Sushi Time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Great
That's-
location.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy, great location.
Yeah.
Across the street from Cabela's and that big shopping center that's got the Firehouse Sub and
Yeah.
all those new.
My most important is
places
Hobby
going in as
Lobby. You
well.
can't go to Hobby Lobby and then you want to go paint pasta.
I mean,
So it's going to be a double-edged addiction corner for all those crafties.
Now, let's just put a positive spin on this. Husbands, you want to spend a little time in Cabela's?
Now we're
This is
talking.
where your entire family can be, and you got 2 hours free to yourself.
That's right. Or vice versa. Mama wants to go to Hobby Lobby and
Come in and get your Super Bowl chip
That's
bowl
right.
done.
Yes.
Husband's happy. You're in Hobby
Yes.
Lobby. I mean, this is a win-win.
Yes,
It really is.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, you guys, awesome. Tell us one more time your hours.
Sure, so we're open Mondays through Friday from noon to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
What's your phone number if they want to call in about a group?
Oh, definitely. So our phone number is 208-251-7674. If we don't answer the phone right away, feel free to leave us a message. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Can they follow you or message you through Facebook?
Oh, definitely. We do have a Facebook page, and believe it or not, whenever you paint pottery, whenever we unload those kilns that you saw back there, we snap photos of all those beautiful pieces and put them on our Facebook
So if you're
page
wondering
you
what
can
it
see
could
them.
look like, get on your Facebook, follow.
definitely.
You're
get some
just
inspiration.
dying to see how it turned out. We helped to soothe that need
So
by
when,
taking a
when
picture
you're one of
it.
those people that's just dying to wait to see what it looks like when it comes out of the kiln, yeah, you can just sit there and follow our Facebook, and we'll snap a photo as soon as we unload it, and you can see it before you even come down to pick it up. So.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
cool.
Okay, you guys, amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thanks
much.
for letting us
You
see
guys,
it.
check it out. We are at 331.
351 West Broadway.
351 West
351.
Broadway. Remember, the parking's in the back.
Yep.
Just go around to the back and you'll see their door. It's easy to find. Come on in. Amazing, amazing. And what a cool business.
Yeah.
What a cool business. All right. Well, this has been Jessica Carton,
And Jeremy Manwaring.
your nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
So the nosy neighbors keeping you in the know.
The nosy neighbors are going to keep you in the know.